Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh! SpongeBob SquarePants!
We are dishing on movies.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of
Dishing on Movies.
This week we're celebrating SpongeBob Sponge Out of Water.
The secret Krabby Patty formula, it's gone.
Without it, it will be a complete breakdown of social order.
This is the 10-year anniversary-ish, I think.
Can you believe it's been that long?
From the first movie. That is crazy. Yeah. I've been a SpongeBob fan since forever. I definitely
one of the originals.
One of the original SquarePants.
Bullseye.
What else could you make to celebrate SpongeBob?
I mean, it's like a little SpongeBob cake with pineapple.
Uh-huh, so we gotta make a pineapple upside down cake, SpongeBobified. So, I mean, he lives in a pineapple under the sea.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Pineapple rings, unsalted butter, baking powder, turbinado brown sugar, flour, milk, maraschino cherries, 2 large eggs, vanilla, and sugar. The first thing we do, make a butter cake. Just like a vanilla cake, but it has the egg yolk, so it makes it kind of yellow.
You ever hear that joke? I like everything butter cake.
No.
Is that how it goes?
No, she's the butterface.
Butterface.
Everything butterface.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Like any good cake that uses butter, we're gonna use what's called the creaming technique. So basically, we take some butter,
Yeah.
right? And then we're gonna beat it till it gets creamy, like a hand cream. That's why it's called the creaming method.
Beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it.
I always like to kind of get in there and break it up a little bit.
Room temperature butter, we should mention.
Yes, you see how it kind of bended when I touched it? If it was cold, it wouldn't do that.
It's
so
such a
room
pain.
temperature butter.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna have this go. Now we add the sugar and it's gonna get even creamier.
We have a few minutes before he gets here. Oh, he's right on top of us.
Do one at a time. You can make sure it's a good egg and you can make sure there's no shells in it. So I don't see any shells. Beautiful.
Thank you. Oh, you meant the egg.
No, I meant you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Bloop. So basically take all of this is flour, so add all the dry ingredients into the flour.
I'll do it. Put a little salt. We didn't mention salt at the top, but you add some salt to taste, or, you know, just gotta bring out the sweet with salt.
Exactly, exactly. And then some baking powder. Baking powder is a leavening agent, which means it actually helps the cake rise. So go ahead and give that a stir. Dry, wet alternation, as you start with dry, and then you kind of add the dry, then some wet, dry, wet. You always begin and end with the dry though. It's important.
It's appropriate that we're making a sweet dish for SpongeBob because Patrick is quite a fan of sweets.
He is a sugar junkie.
This is uncomfortable.
Here we go. Add about a third. Most of our dry has been incorporated, so now we can go ahead and add the liquid. And you want to do this on low speed so that you don't get milk splashed up in your face.
They're beautiful.
Stop mixing as soon as you no longer see flour. If you keep mixing beyond that, people would like to tell me, oh, I want to make sure it's good and mixed. I used to hear that a lot. Good and mixed means you actually develop the protein in the flour and it makes the cake very tough.
You can overmix it.
You can overmix.
Yeah.
So you stop mixing and I'm gonna just tap those beaters and then I'm gonna have you scrape the bowl. That's one last way to get things incorporated. And then we're gonna add just a little bit of vanilla extract, kind of amp up that flavor. Just stir that right in. Vanilla is one of those things that it actually smells better than it tastes. If you just taste it.
It is not good.
But it smells so sweet. I've tricked many a kid.
Oh, I bet. That's not nice.
I'm kind of a mean aunt, but I want to give a shout out to my niece Deja. She asked us to give her a shout out, so there it is.
Hey Deja, how you
my
doing?
niece. This batter is great. Now it's time to make our caramel sauce for the full pineapple upside down experience.
That's very Squidward of you to trick children, by the way.
Aren't you overreacting a bit?
All right, so now we're gonna make the sauce for the upside down cake. We're gonna take this raw sugar and just add it to the pan straight. And raw sugar is a little more difficult to melt, so we're gonna add the whole thing. And once you got it in the pan, you're just gonna stir occasionally so that it melts. Oh, we are looking good.
All right, so now I'm gonna add a piece of this SpongeBob SquarePants square butter. I don't know. We're just gonna add this into pieces. Kind of give it a little bit of a oomph.
Yum.
And the beauty of our recipe is that by this caramel sauce, we've just cut the fat by 75%.
Yeah, I mean with the raw sugar, it's molassesy, right?
Yeah.
So you can add less butter to make it creamy.
Yeah.
We got that sauce all melted up. Now we're gonna take these maraschino cherries and cut them in half so we can have them right in the middle of the, look at this pineapple cutting board, by the way. How cute is this? And we're just gonna cut these in half so we can place them in the middle of our pineapple upside down cakes.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna spray like we always do. We use a baking spray with flour so that the cake doesn't stick. So same thing like we always do.
Oh, I was thinking they'd be in the middle.
No, they won't, they can't go on there. It's just a stick. So then we put the pineapple on, just like that. And then in terms of our assembly process, next what you do, you add a little bit of that caramel sauce.
To my face.
If you ate all that, you'd have enough energy to run around the whole world.
Yeah, when is this sugar gonna wear off?
We'll go ahead and just add our cake batter here.
Bada 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 bada, swing bada.
The cake is actually gonna sink down once that pineapple kind of sinks into the cake. So you're gonna fill the thing almost to the top.
Sink on down the hole. You got to sink on down, sink on.
Wow.
I'm just gonna go.
Will you stop playing that tiny piano?
Sorry.
So who's your favorite SpongeBob character?
Oh, Patrick, hands down.
Why?
You gotta, he's like the buddy you wanna have. He's always down for everything and he's like pretty simple and easygoing. I don't know, I always love Patrick.
All right, all secondary characters come with me.
So we've got our cakes made and they're ready to go in the oven. You wanna make sure it's till it's done. So it can be anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes. Just check it.
Squirrel I found. You look a little bit like Sandy. Hey?
Out of the water. There. Without her scuba suit. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and just take a plate right here. And we're just gonna flip these cakes.
Justice is best soft served.
SpongeBob is out of water and out of the oven.
Exactly.
Ready to eat.
We've got this deep dark caramel that seeped into the cake. Some nice baked pineapple in there. I feel like it's time for the taste test. I actually like that bite of cherry and the pineapple and the caramel. And then the cake's not too sweet. It's a good combo.
The raw sugar gives it a more earthy tone. I like it. That's good. If you want to add a variation, you can throw some coconut shreds in there.
Oh yeah.
You could,
You put chopped pineapple in the cake.
I like that idea. Anyway, let us know what y'all try and how you like it. And if you see the SpongeBob movie, let us know. We can't wait to see it. Should be a fun time.
Don't forget to subscribe and comment below. That's your line normally.
You can say whatever you want.
And we'll see you next time.
We are dishing on
Bye.
Bye.
Those guys must work out. I think they're in my spin class.